Hey guys, this is Antoni Hardonk here at my gym, Dynamix Martial Arts in Los Angeles, California. Very often I get a question from my students when they come in and they get all the gear, they don't know how to wrap their hands. And they ask me, how do I wrap my hands? Now, in the martial arts and boxing, kickboxing, MMA, everybody has their own ways of wrapping hands. There's not a right way, there's not a wrong way, there's not an absolute way. But some ways are more effective than others. I've been training for a long time. I have developed my own method and that I like a lot, and I like to share that with you guys. So if I grab the hand wraps that you can buy in the stores and I open it up, very often at the end or the beginning you see this loop, and so what we do, we put this around the thumb. Yeah, sometimes the hand wrap will say which side you want to have on the inside, on your skin. It will say inside or this side down. This one doesn't have that. Then usually you can go by the side that has the stitching and put that on the inside, on top of your skin. So I put this around my thumb, loop around the thumb, and I start going down. I bring it around my wrist a few times. I want to make sure I keep my wrist straight. Yeah, not too much bent or sideways. Yeah, I want to keep this straight. I like to have it a little bit down, but not too much. And then from here, two, three times around the wrist. And from here, I go towards the inside of my index finger. Now I start bring it around the knuckle area. I go under, over, under. And then from here, I pull it back. You see that I have my fingers spread out, and that's to prevent from me putting too much pressure on the knuckle area, because this pressure could give injuries. So I spread my fingers here, so I'm totally comfortable, no stress on the knuckle area. One time underneath, and then I come up in between the finger area. I don't believe that we need to wrap around the fingers too much. I don't think that's helping much, but I do it one time just to make sure that this part around my skin doesn't fall down, doesn't fall apart while working out. Yeah, so under and then in between the fingers, I bring it back. So from here, what I do, I go around underneath the wrist area and I go back towards the knuckle area. Now that I have the skin protected, I'm gonna put the real strength that I'm gonna build towards my wrist. Yeah, I'm not worried about my knuckle area so much. I don't want to put too much padding here. Some people like to do that. I don't believe in it. My knuckles are my weapons. I want to train. I want to harden my knuckles. Yeah, in my training. Unless I have an injury, then I can use padding. Some people like to use a different, just a regular sponge, or some people you can use special rubber paddings that protect your hand. But when I'm healthy, I don't need that. I want to train my knuckles, harden my knuckles. So what I do is I go towards my index finger, underneath, and I pull it back. When I pull back, I make a fist, so everything falls in place. And we see now that there's a cross here. It merges there. I go underneath the wrist area, and then I go back towards the inside of the index finger. Underneath, I make a fist, and there's a second cross, just a little bit down towards the wrist area. Underneath the wrist, back to the index finger, underneath, make a good fist, and a third cross. We can do this one or two more times, depending on how long the hand wrap is. Underneath, make a fist, and pull it back. So we see now all these crosses that form kind of like a fishbone structure. That helps me build strength towards the wrist area. This is where I wanted everything to be compact and strong. Yeah, maybe I do one last time. Underneath and back. Yeah, now I start to feel that strength here, that support. Now I go around the wrist one time and I include the thumb. I like to pull my thumb a little bit down. I want my thumb to be out of the way. Yeah, so I can really hit the target nice with the knuckles. And now the remainder of the hand wrap, I can use this to support the wrist area down towards the elbow, and I go around the wrist area a few times, and then in the end I put all this together using the velcro. This is my hand wrap. This is my hand being relaxed, and when I squeeze, when I make a fist, you see here that fishbone structure, and then underneath the wrist area we bring everything together. Yeah, that's how I like to wrap my hands. If you like this, great, and I hope it helps you in your training. And for the people that have questions, feel free to ask me in the class at the gym, or if you're not close by, you can email here, and I'm happy to answer your questions.